Chapter 15, Blake. Be the change. Aviva. Date November 30th. Dear Malala, you don't know me. I'm an American girl. I think you are so brave. We are studying social issues in school, and I would like to learn more about how to make it safe for girls around the world to get an education. I saw your book in the library, and I'm checking it out. Can't wait to read it. Sincerely, Aviva Levi. I'm trying to channel Malala whenever I can. She didn't let anything stop her. But me, I still can't get up my nerve to ask Emily to walk to school again. Even though we wrote letters, it's too weird to ask her. Since I'm still afraid to walk alone, it's easier to keep biking. But Malala can be my inspiration for our school project. Miss Graham said, even something small can make a difference. Maybe we can offer after-school tutoring for lower grade kids.
Hi. Dear Frog, Sharon says she wants us to do more to immerse ourselves. We went to Soup Kitchen, so I say we've already put the butterfly effect into action, right? But there's no convincing that girl. She's calling a lunchtime meeting. She says it's urgent. I feel kind of weird sitting with girls at lunch. Maybe I'll just stand. I overheard Kaylee's group talking about how women get paid less than men. That bothers me. If my social issues group is a good example, girls work way hard. And Mom works way hard for sure. She hardly ever sits still. Even on Sundays, when we watch our family movies and we all squish onto the couch together, Mom lugs the ironing board down to the living room so she can iron while we watch. Maybe next Sunday I'll help her.
Emily. Status? Dear Hope, Sharon invited Cecilia and Kai to sit with us for lunch. Kai just stood there all fidgety, like he was only planning on staying a minute. Sharon passed around a bag of pita chips, and then she laid out her plan, which she said was inspired by our conversation about my dad. The plan. We could all spend the night in a homeless shelter. We'd bring our journals and take notes, and this would help us figure out what homeless people actually need and what we could do to make a difference. Our parents wouldn't have to know. We'd tell them we were sleeping over at each other's houses. We'd be together, so we'd be safe. And then we could show Miss Graham and the whole class how we challenged ourselves. Ooh, I could write about this. My first experience with true in-the-trenches journalism. Maybe if I write something extraordinary, Dad will help me polish it. Maybe Mom will be proud and it'll pull her out of her sadness. She's lonely. Me too. Only, doesn't she see that I'm right here? She has me for company if she wants it. Cecilia suggested a vote. I'm in. Love and luck, Emily. Cecilia. Hola, Abuelita. Sharon's idea makes my heart shake. Taking a bus all the way to the city by ourselves? Sleeping at Sacred Heart Shelter for a whole night? It was fine to visit with Mommy, but to stay there overnight? I don't know. That idea kind of freaks me out. I reminded the group that Miss Graham said something small can still make a difference. I thought maybe we could just do a bake sale and donate the money. I suggested we take a vote. I was pretty sure Emily and Kai would vote for the bake sale. Only, one by one, everyone voted for the trip to Sacred Heart. So, I did too. Sharon says our parents won't understand. I know one thing for sure. If I ask Mommy, she'll say no. Sharon's right that if I want to go, I can't ask. But this feels wrong. Abuelita, I wish you were here to give me consejos. I definitely need your wisdom. Words to practice. Shelter. Albergue. Besos y abrazos. Cecilia. Kaylee. Dear Miss Graham, it's unfair to ask Blake Benson to do a project like this. It's unfair to our team, and it's unfair to him. I know I called him a dummy, but I don't really think he is. He's smart about some things like math and science and art and sports. Anything without a lot of reading and writing. but more thinking and doing. We all know Blake gets pulled out of class for resource class, but maybe it's not working. What kind of education is Blake getting if all he is doing is drawing and wasting class time? What if we change the topic from women's access to education and just think about access to education? Ooh, I think I'm onto something here. My mother's always got one project or another. Now I have one too. Blake Benson. Only this has to be a secret mission. If Blake knows that he's my project, he'll fight it. I doubt there's extra credit for being nice, but I'm not sure if I care. Update, I tried out my plan today. I asked Blake Benson to find video clips on access to education. And then I told him that when we get to the presentation part, he can design the art on our poster. Maybe reading and writing aren't his thing, but drawing sure is. This way, at least he's doing something, instead of sitting around and laughing at every irritating thing Henry says. Today he really worked for the first time. It was pretty cool seeing him get into the project. He hardly made eye contact with me though, probably because of the dummy thing. He'll get over it. I guess it was nice of Blake not to tell on me. Of course, I didn't tell on him either, but still. Emily, status? Woo? Dear Hope, I'm feeling guilty already. I'm not naturally a sneaky kid. I'm the opposite. I can't even sneak snacks into a movie theater. But tonight I lied and told Mom I'd be spending Saturday night with Aviva. She doesn't know we're not friends anymore. I'm always trying to cheer Mom up, so I haven't shared any of the school drama. I used to tell her every time someone at school so much as sneezed. Speaking of sneezing, Aviva's animals make the back of my throat itch something awful. When I told Mom I'd be at Aviva's, she just said, "Great." Then she told me to remember to bring my allergy meds. I grabbed my journal so I could document everything and tried to ignore the guilt. Love and luck. Now I'll really need luck so I don't get caught. Emily. Cecilia. Hola, Abuelita. I'm not going to send you this letter. I don't want to disappoint you. If you read this, you'd read it with shame. You know I never lied to Mommy. I mean, sure, we argue sometimes, but we do have trust between us. Today I'm breaking it. I told Mommy that I'm sleeping over at a friend's house to work on a school project. This is a trick, and why I feel terrible. Because I know Mommy would do anything for my education. She'd get another job and donate all the money to my school if she didn't need to sleep. Seriously, that's how much she loves it. I know lying is wrong, but isn't sometimes doing the wrong thing for the right reason okay? Still, I can't bear to imagine you reading this, Abuelita. I'll have to rip this section out. Besos y abrazos, Cecilia. Emily. Status? Dear Hope, I'm writing to you on the bus. I have never in my entire life ridden on a city bus without a parent. My stomach is churning with that sick, guilty feeling for lying to Mom. She didn't ask me one single question. Is it because she trusts me so completely? Okay, that makes me feel horrible. I promise I won't do anything like this again. I know it's for a good cause, but my heart is all fluttery. Just like that time I thought it was a good idea to roller skate down Kaylee's steep driveway. It looked like fun, but I forgot about those tiny pebbles that can get caught up in the roller skate wheel. I went for it anyway, and I have the scars to prove it. My mind's tangled up with worries and excitement, and I'm thinking maybe this wasn't such a good idea. Love and luck, Emily. Chapter 16. Aviva. Date, December 9th. I gotta write this down. Thank goodness I brought my journal home this weekend because I feel like I swallowed a horse spit and the sharp metal is shredding my insides. I lied. 10 minutes ago, a big, old, whopping lie. Miss Thompson, Emily's mom, dropped by. I figured she was here to tell Ima what a rotten person I've been. But no, she said Emily forgot her green allergy pills for tonight's sleepover. What? I got all confused for a second, but then I figured Emily must have told her mom she was sleeping here, and the least I could do was protect her so she wouldn't get in trouble. So instead of saying I hadn't invited Emily at all, I just said she hadn't come yet. Half lie? Half truth? Mrs. Thompson stared at me for the longest moment ever, and then she started walking in circles, saying that Emily left her house hours ago and, oh my GD, where could she be? Her voice got louder and louder. Ima came running downstairs to see what was the matter, and they both started panicking, and I couldn't handle all the grown-up freakouts, which are terrifying. Plus, they weren't paying attention to me, so I escaped up to my room. Writing in my journal is helping me think this through, because Emily wasn't planning to come in the first place, right? Maybe she wanted to go to the movies by herself without her mom knowing. What if she met some boy on the internet, which they always tell us not to do? What if she's being held hostage somewhere? Oh no, what if someone hurts her? Why didn't she give me a heads up? At least then I could have talked her out of anything stupid. Or if she's just being sneaky, I'd have known how to cover for her. Oh, yeah. A sad thought sinks in. Maybe she did want to talk to me, but was afraid because of the way I've been acting. Maybe that's why. She didn't think she could talk to me, just like I didn't talk to her about Tattoo Man. Just the thought of him sucks the breath right out of me. Oh my GD. Maybe he's really a kidnapper. What if he kidnapped Emily? I should have told someone. If Emily is kidnapped, it will be all my fault. I need to talk to someone about it. My mom? No, I'll get in trouble for not telling earlier. I'll call Kaylee. My heart is ping-ponging around in my chest, and now I'm crying, and I don't think I'm thinking straight, but I know I have to do something, and I just want Emily to be okay. Kaylee. Dear Miss Graham, Aviva just called me all hysterical. I could hardly understand her. She was crying so hard, I made her take deep breaths and start over. There's a kidnapper on the loose. I can't believe Aviva was almost kidnapped and didn't tell anyone. What's her problem? Who knows why Emily said she was going to Aviva's when she wasn't? I told Aviva she needs to tell the truth right away. Who cares if Emily gets mad? She'll get over it. Plus, I told Aviva I'll tell if she doesn't. This is a big deal. After I got off the phone, I ran downstairs to tell my mother, and she got stressy right away. She parked me in front of the television and told me to keep the doors to the house locked and stay inside. Then she left. I guess to go over to Aviva's and help them figure this mess out. I have an idea. I'll call all the people on Emily's team. We have a class contact list in the room Mom puts together in September every year. Maybe Emily's at one of their houses and her mom got confused about where she was going. P.S. Weird. I can't get a hold of anyone from Emily's team. No one answered at Sharon's house. I couldn't try Cecilia because there's no number for her on our class contact list. At Kai's house, I talked to this little kid who kept saying, "Hi, I'm Jada." She couldn't have been more than 3. I kept asking her to get Kai on the phone, and she said, "I'm not Kai, I'm Jada." P.P.S. I hope Emily's okay. Now I feel a teeny bit bad about my meat sauce joke. P.P.P.S. I'm freaking out. I can't be here alone. What if the kidnapper comes here? My mom told me not to leave the house, but she didn't tell me I couldn't have anyone over. Henry. Scene. Phone call between Kaylee and Henry. When phone rings, Henry's vegging on his bed. Henry answers phone. Hello? Kaylee. Hi, it's Kaylee the jerk. Henry sits up. Apology accepted. Kaylee. That wasn't an apology. It was me trying to be funny. Henry. Oh, I get it. Hey, that is funny. Kaylee. Enough small talk. Something serious is going on, and I need your help. Can you get over to my house? Henry. How serious? Kaylee. Life and death serious. Henry. I'm there. Blake. I'm sorry for what I said the other day.
What did you say? I can't hear you.
I'm sorry?
Say what?
Never mind. Get over here ASAP. Emily's missing. Aviva. Date December 9th. I knew I had to confess once Kaylee called me to say that her mom was on her way over. So I crept back downstairs where Ima was still trying to calm Mrs. Thompson down. She'd made her a cup of hot tea and was helping her think things through, asking if maybe Emily's dad was in town or if maybe Emily could have made a stop on the way to my house. Ima shot me a look, and I knew that was because she didn't know Emily was coming over. I'd done that before, invited Emily without checking with Ima. But this time I hadn't invited her at all. This seemed like a good place for me to confess. So in a teeny tiny, about-to-cry voice, I told Mrs. Thompson that Emily and I didn't actually have plans today. Her face turned so red that I worried she wasn't getting enough oxygen. Ima jumped in and said maybe Mrs. Thompson misheard Emily. Maybe she was spending the night at another friend's. This seemed to calm Miss Thompson a bit. But then Kaylee's mother got here and started grilling me about Tattoo Man, and the questions kept flying at me from all directions, and I burst into tears. We called everyone from our class to try to track Emily down. Funny, we got a hold of everyone except for 5 people, and 3 of them were Emily's teammates. Kai's mom said he went camping with a friend from Boy Scouts. Cecilia doesn't seem to have a phone. Sharon's mom said she was staying with a cousin, but then called back 10 minutes later, wondering if Sharon and Emily might be together. Apparently, Sharon wasn't where she was supposed to be either. Could the whole table group be together? Henry.
Scene. Kaylee's place, eating soft cheese and kiwi, trying to figure out where Emily might have gone. Henry. Your snacks are almost as weird as mine.
Kaylee. Yeah, I know. Chips are forbidden in my house.
Henry. Ugh, the agony! A house without shrimp chips!
Blake. Say what? Shrimp chips?
Henry. Yep, some of my snacks are deceiving. You can't tell what they're made of just by looking at them. Upon first glance, they appear to be run-of-the-mill packaged foods, but they've got a fishy twist. Shrimp-flavored chips, jerky made of cuttlefish instead of meatballs. We've got fish balls. You get the gist. Kaylee.
Maybe I should bring out the caviar?
Henry. If this wasn't such a rotten situation, I'd tell you that was funny.
Kaylee. If this wasn't such a rotten situation, I'd tell you thank you.
Blake drinks a seltzer with a beet red face. Kaylee.
Blake, how far did you walk to get here? Your face looks like a tomato.
Blake. Far. Kaylee.
I'll have my mother drive you both home when we're done.
Henry. Sure. Blake. No thanks, I'm okay. Henry. I think that's the jerk's way of saying she's sorry that she's a jerk. Kaylee.
Hey!
Blake. Hi, Mom. I made it to Kaylee's house. Love you too.
Emily. Status? Dear Hope. Change of plans. We left Sacred Heart. The shelter line snaked around the building and down the street. After a while, people started walking away, grumbling that it was full, and how dare it be full, and where was the government funding, and there better be good spots left under the bridge. Kai said,
they don't have enough room. Should we call it off?
Sharon dropped her sleeping bag to the ground. We could. She looked like she wanted to say something else, but wasn't sure how. I guess we already know one thing homeless people need, and that's more room at the shelter. Or maybe more shelters. But it's not like any of us could build a new shelter. So then Sharon said maybe we should check out the place under the bridge, just to see if we can learn more about what they need. There might be something we can actually help with. This is our chance to do something real. We can't give up now, can we? I guess not. Love and luck, Emily. P.S. Kai keeps looking at Cecilia. I might be wrong, but I think he likes her. P.P.S. Nobody knows this, but I brought a knife. A super sharp one Mom uses to slice vegetables. I've got it wrapped up in a towel in my backpack. Kai.
Hey, Frog, this is intense. We're all hunkered down under a bridge. Cecilia keeps fiddling with the cross around her neck, and I wonder if she's nervous. My feet are freezing. So, no joke, it's pretty creepy down here. Like, really creepy. I'm the only guy in our group. In books and movies, the guy always protects the girls, and I think that's what I'm supposed to do now. But this is serious stuff. We're alone in the dark, in the city, under a bridge. My radar's going off. Like, time to jam, let's get moving. I always hear Mom tell my big brother Thomas that if he gets stuck somewhere, he should call, no matter how late and no matter why. That we take no chances. We can't climb in other people's brains and know what they're thinking. We've got to be smarter than the situations we're placed in. If I can get my hands on a phone, maybe I can call Mom. She'd pick us up. Or call Thomas. He'd know what to do.
Sharon. I'm freezing. I never before realized how much I like to be warm and clean. Clean clothes, clean bed, clean skin, clean hair. Nothing about the bridge is clean. I feel dirty and itchy from the moment we arrive. Maybe it's the way eyes stick to us, like flies on flypaper. All of a sudden I realize this is the kind of thing my mom would call a bad idea. The kind of thing parents warn us about and protect us from. But our parents can't protect us now. They don't even know we're here. No one knows we're here.